episode of Pleasant View Training Minutes. Today we're going to go over how to hit and dress a hydrant. All our hydrants in district are these dry barrel hydrants. The majority of them are going to have 2.5 inch outlets on the side and a 5-inch steamer off the front. The nut to turn on and off the hydrant is going to be on top. Not all hydrants are the same, where it's clockwise to turn it on, counterclockwise to turn it off, for example. Every hydrant is different, so you actually have to look at the front or the back of the hydrant to figure out which way you turn the hydrant on or off. The valve that actually lets the water into the hydrant is about 3 feet underground. It's very important with these dry barrel hydrants to either have them all the way on or all the way off. If they're not all the way on or all the way off, you're going to lose GPMs and pressure out of the bottom drains of the hydrant. Put our plug bag here. Every plug bag on each of our first out rigs is set up the same way. You're going to have a hydrant wrench that's adjustable with a spanner wrench on the side of that. 2 Storz adapters to our 5-inch hose to the front steamer valve of the hydrant. The reason we have 2 is because there are 2 different threads in our district. The first thread, which is painted black in this bag, is going to be for the majority of our hydrants used on the majority in our district. The other hydrant, painted gold, is actually going to be for Golden's district and in the Camp George West area of our district. We also have a 2.5 to 5-inch Storz adapter. This would be used for any dog-ear hydrants, which we'll cover later in this video. Have a 2.5-inch gate valve. This is going to be placed on every hydrant that we used as a secondary water supply. Have a double female connection. This would be used if we're using a 2.5 in a reverse lathe fashion. Various spanner wrenches and a rubber mallet for tightening connections if needed. The way all this works to dress a hydrant is the plug guy is going to always leave his hydrant wrench on the top nut of the hydrant after he loosens up his connections for what he needs to. They'll then place his gate valve on either side of the hydrant. We want you to put it on whichever way is towards the fire. For instance, the plug guy jumps out, the fire's that way. We're going to put the gate valve on this side of the hydrant. We're going to put our Storz adapter on the front of the hydrant to connect our 5-inch hose. And the other valve is going to be tightened down to ensure we don't lose any water out of there. At that point, the hydrant guy looks to see which way to turn the hydrant on, turns it on, and responds to the scene on foot. Now that we've gone over all the tools, we're going to demonstrate a walkthrough of a full evolution. This is not full speed. Firefighter Hendrickson's exited the truck. He's got his helmet, he's got all his gear on, he has his portable radio with him, his SCBA straps are all done, and he's ready to go to work. He's going to go grab his hydrant bag out of the truck and close the compartment behind him. Places the hydrant bag close to his hydrant. Then he's going to go up and grab his 5-inch off the back of the engine. He's going to place the webbing that's attached to the 5-inch around the hydrant and tell his engineer to go. At this point, always staying behind the hydrant, he's going to go ahead, crack open whatever discharges he needs, and tighten his third one. Places the hydrant wrench on top of the hydrant, and that's where it stays for the duration of this. He's going to open his 2 discharges that he cracked. He's going to visually inspect both discharges. Now he's going to flush the hydrant until he has clear water showing. This is going to get all the rust and tuberculosis out of the pipes and get any debris that may have been put in there by neighborhood kids. It's backwards. Yeah. clear water showing, he's going to go ahead and turn it all the way down. Now he's going to go about dressing the hydrant. He's going to put his gate valve on the side towards the fire, which we're simulating is going to be this way. Going to attach his Storts adapter so we can hook up our 5-inch hose to that. At this point, he's going to connect his 5-inch hose to that Storts adapter, making sure to get out any kinks and any twists in the hose. He's ready to go whenever the engineer of the engine calls for water, either by a hand signal and yelling, or by 2 air horn blasts, or by calling over the radios. Firefighter Hendrickson will turn on the hydrant to the fully open position and then make his way to the fire scene. This is a dog-ear hydrant at the corner of 10th and Quaker. We're here to simulate what we would have to do if we were to hit this hydrant, since there's no 5-inch steamer on the front. We're still going to double dress our hydrant with our 2.5 gate valve on the side away from the fire in this scenario, and a 2.5 to 5-inch Storts adapter on the side towards the fire, because that's where the fire truck's going to be. Also, on most of these dog-ear hydrants, these have square nuts, not the 5-sided pentagon nuts that the other hydrants have. For these square nuts, we need to use a pipe wrench. When using this pipe wrench, it's important to turn the wrench into the mouth, into the open mouth of the wrench, not away from the open mouth. This is the way the tool is meant to be used. This is also a very useful tool if any stem nuts on hydrants are rounded off and the hydrant wrench won't catch them. Turn into the open mouth of the wrench and it should do you good. This is what it looks like at full speed. calls for water, he's going to charge the hose at no faster than a walking speed up to the engine. After the hydrant's all the way on, he'll make his way up to scene.